I am so privileged once again to come to you, as usual, your pastor, Isaac Ndego Nelson, popularly known as TBC Pastor in this community, broadcasting live from Ghana. We are going through a beautiful journey, but I want to assure you that there is always light at the end of the tunnel, and I say the Putin is always at the end of the hustle. You know, there is always a time that God will give you a vision of a rest, a vision of rest, a vision of joy ahead of you. It had happened in the times of Abraham. When God called him, he assured him that he was going to give him the land of Canaan. He and his generation were going to enjoy. Abraham, upon hearing the assurance of the Lord, believed and started his journey, going through an unknown journey. Abraham became very rich and prosperous after he went through a very hard hustle. And when you look at the story of Abraham, at the end in the book of Genesis chapter 24, when he sent Eliezer to go for a wife for his son Isaac, Eliezer began to enumerate the numerous blessings that the Lord had blessed Abraham. The cows, the camels, the donkeys, the fowls, the goat, the sheep, uncountable gold and silver. Abraham didn't just get it at the beginning, he got it at the end. When God called Moses, he assured him that he was going to use him to deliver the children of Israel. The deliverance didn't start from the beginning. They went through the hustle. They went through a lot of struggle, but at the end, they had joy in the land of Canaan. Joseph, at a very young age, had a dream that he was going to be a hero among his colleagues. And the father thought the dream was going to be immediate. And for that matter, he began sewing coat of many colors for this young guy because he knew he was going to be a hero. And everything shows he was going to be a hero because he was a good boy. But the heroism didn't just start right from his childhood. He had to go through a little struggle, He had to be sold into slavery. He went to Egypt, the house of Potiphar. He toiled and labored there until he had favor. And from there, when he was about to go through some little joy, another persecution arose. He went to prison. He was in prison for another entire life. He suffered till he was the age of 30. And when he was 30, the Lord visited him. And he came out from the prison, and that very day he became a prime minister. Joy overshadowed his face. When the Lord called David, he assured David that he was going to be the king because David was anointed as a youth, very young age, perhaps the age of 16 or 17. And David thought the throne was going to be given to him immediately. No. David had to go through some training, have to go through some hustle, have to go through the wilderness, wandering up and down in the wilderness until that blessed day when the time was appointed. David was taken. He didn't even fight for it. He was just called upon to be enthroned as a king. I am giving you all this reference to assure you that, yes, you have dreamt of greatness in TBC. You've dreamt of blessing in TBC. Yes, it is. There is blessing. But the Lord will always take us through some training. He will always take us through some testing. And it's so funny that during the testing, majority that are faithless fall. But those that have faith go through. TBC is going through pruning, it's going through buildings, going through carving, and very soon will be unique. Already things are turning around, and the majority that has foresight can see that things are turning around. I am here to assure you that the journey is clean. I always speak from the depth of my spirit because I know what the Lord has spoken to me, not what admin has spoken to me. And I have knowledge about the future of TBC because we have prayed towards it. We have prayed into this vision and we have gotten the assurance to move forward. And the assurance is legit. It's not assurance that is doubtful. We don't doubt the voice that speaks to us. The supreme one that always whispers into our ears. We don't doubt it because we have heard it over and over and it works. And therefore, when he tells me, Pastor, it is a done deal, move on this time, I need to move on with all my heart. And that's why I want to say, there is always light at the end of the tunnel. There is always joy at the end of the battle. And just as it is, there is always victory at the end of every hustle. Gentlemen, let us be courageous. Let us be tenacious. Let us pursue this vision with all faith and confidence. Don't stop paying your admin fee, because that is what we use to build a community. Forget about what others are saying. Say a beautiful and a brilliant idea cannot be achieved without money. If somebody sitting out there was to be using his own resources to finance this system, do you know how dangerous it will be? In future, we will all fall victim under that person's colony. He will colonize that because he did it, built it himself. And here we are having a very fair, just, and transparent leader that tells us it is for us because TBC is a currency or the community of the people, by the people, and for the people. And therefore, we are building it with our strength, with our resources, and with our money. And therefore, it belongs to us. What a joyful moment have you gotten to be among a record and a pace setters. It's so joyful. Therefore, please, I would like to assure you that yes, there are so many beauty associated with this community, but we have to go through a little hustle. And the little hustle is your patience, and you paying your admin fee, you recruiting as much as you can, and you speaking good about this community. I know that you will never relent, Just as the people that I mentioned, they never gave up. If they had given up, I wouldn't have mentioned their name. There are so many people that has a brighter future, but they gave up along the way, and for that matter, we don't even use them for records when we speaking or encouraging and motivating others. And I am assuring everyone working hard that please keep working. Just as David never gave up, but at the end he sat on the throne. Just as the children of Israel never gave up, but at the end they entered the promised land. Just as Joseph never gave up, at the end of the day we saw him becoming a prime minister, a hero in a foreign land, so will we excel at the end of this battle. But it's not going to be too long. This year, you will rejoice and you'll be happy. God bless you for understanding my broadcast. God bless you for giving me your attention. God bless you for subscribing to my page. Don't forget to pray 30 minutes at least for this community. When you do that, you are blessing yourself, you are blessing the world, you are blessing the entire global community of TBCians. Thank you.